and you worship them every day, which we do. Make offerings, we do artiks, we do so many wonderful things for Radha Govinda. And they more or less take over our apartment, to be honest with you. We just kind of live there on the side. It's their place, really. So for us, it's been very beneficial in terms of our Krishna conscious life. And we feel grace from Gauri Dasi for giving us this opportunity. It was one of those unexpected occurrences in life. And then it kind of takes over your life. And then you just kind of live there. And you're like there. And so that's what this is kind of. So I'd like to thank all of you for coming and participating in your particular way. And today there's going to be a great feast, as you know. There's so many nice devotees that are in the kitchen. They're working hard. These are days of preparation. And all the foodstuffs that they're cooking is really not easy. It's challenging. And they're like little ants in the kitchen right now. There's a dozen of them. And there's like little ants. Everybody's running around. And somehow or other, they don't run into each other. They somehow seem to just miss each other barely as they're running around in the kitchen. So they've become very expert. All right. So I'm just going to read a couple of things. This is a letter that Srila Prabhupada wrote to Gauri Dasi. I don't know if I have a date on here. Oh, here it is. All right. My dear Gauri Dasi, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your letter dated January 23rd, 1975, and have noted the contents. You are a very expert book distributor, so I do not want you to give it up altogether. If you like, you can also do some painting, but you should still distribute books 2 days out of the week at least. Always strictly follow all the rules and regulations, rising early, attending Mangalarti and classes, and without fail, chanting 16 rounds daily. This will make you strong in Krishna consciousness, which is the most essential thing. Always be engaged 24 hours a day in the service of Krishna and be happy. I hope this meets you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Well, this is some interesting thing here. This is July 19, 1971. Quote, Srila Prabhupada was a world traveler, but he was always a humble Vaishnava. He paid full attention to what we were doing, our new Radha Krishna deities and the 20 devotees who were ready to be initiated by him. During this time, Gauri Dasi was the head pujari. She sat beside Prabhupada during the installation of Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha. As usual, there were tense moments. The clothes for the deities didn't fit, and Gauri had to cut open their seams and do a last-minute sewing. This was done while the audience was watching. Somehow she pulled through, and Prabhupada was patient. Karandar Prabhu from Los Angeles performed a fire sacrifice. Prabhupada told the Indians attending, according to Jiva Goswami, this boy can do the yajna because he chants Hare Krishna. Gauri finally made the clothing fit the deities. Prabhupada said that Krishna should now be placed on the altar. So that was an event that happened at the installation of the deities, and they didn't fit. So you can imagine there was a room full of devotees and people, and here's Gauri. I don't know if they ever even knew that she knew how to sew. Somehow or other, she just jumped to it. Whatever was necessary to do, she just did it to get it done. And the festival went on very nicely. That's another character of Gauri Dasi. She was capable of doing so many things. It was just astonishing. She would do the airport distribution, but then she also innovated, invented things, taking book tables out. Today, the devotees of New Dwarka, we do a lot of book tables. She used to do book tables way back then when nobody even thought about it. And she would go to the DMV, and there she would distribute tons and tons of literature. Not only that, but I believe at one particular point here in New Dwarka, she was also like the, you might say, the Bhaktin leader. And she trained up young Bhaktins. They had a little ashram. So can you imagine her universal activity? She was like have you ever heard of a universal tool? There's this tool that they have. And in that tool, you can do everything with it. You can cut with it, you can screw, you can do all kinds of things with it. She was like a universal devotee. She could do anything, anywhere, at any time. And that was really her potency, and her Krishna consciousness, and her surrender. She was a very surrendered soul. Okay, I'm going to read a poem that she wrote. Gauri's poem. Nanda Nandana, O Krishna, enjoyer of this Dham, Vrindavan Vilasini with your brother Balaram. In sequins shorts and turbaned, your chadar blowing free, with handsome chest and arms like snakes, allowing me to see. You stand supremely joyful, watching all who come before. You're personally controlling them to love you more and more. This is your village where you play with all your cowherd friends, and everyone here loves you, free from the doubts that Maya sends. So I have also tried to follow his desire, thinking to leave my body here. I came to your feet night after night in my wheelchair and cried at your beauty and the sweetness of your kirtan. And you laughed at me and encouraged me to go on chanting your name unlimitedly in hearing about your special golden form so that I could fully take your shelter. You kept me in that weakened condition for so many weeks, barely able to finger my beads at times, and always waiting for the time when you would pull my last breath away from me. I was so embarrassed and ashamed before you, not loving your name, not remembering you, and not wanting to serve you, and still you would always make me cry to see you. You are so incredibly beautiful, and at the same time so funny, such a trickster. So you squeezed your way into my stone heart in spite of my mind trying to hold the fort and remain supreme. You actually entered and destroyed my mind's powerful asanas, the supreme enjoyer, and you are gradually making your own place here in my heart, even though I am not helping you at all. I believe there's a part 2. Sorry. In fact, I tried to ignore you, but then when I see you again, you haunt me like a ghost, and you won't let me sleep at night for remembering your blackish form. And then you make me write about you. You are so amazing. I still don't believe you are personally doing all this. I was a pilgrim, tired and ill, who came before your lotus feet and saw your eyes that smiled at me and forced my heart to feel. From Maya's heavy bondage, which inspired in me one doubt, that you were not a person who would care to pull me out. Your great devotee called you here and worshipped you himself. He said, now let us go to Vrindavan and take shelter of Krishna and Balaram. Gauri Dasi, 1986. She was even a poet. So many things. Okay, is there anyone that would wish to say anything in considering Gauri? Anyone like to chime in? Yes, Balai Dasi. Can we get her the microphone?
Jai Srila Prabhupada, Hare Krishna. So I was there when Gauri actually first started coming to the temple which was at the 61 Second Avenue Temple. And I wasn't very old, but she was the saddest person I had ever seen in my life. She was so desolate. She had had personal tragedy. What was that? Something happened. I don't remember what it was. Do you remember?
No, but I recall, but I don't remember what it was.
I can't remember, but she was just so desolate. But she came and she kept coming and listening to classes, and gradually, of course, surrendered to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna and started doing book distribution and took shelter of Srila Prabhupada's books, reading his books and chanting, and became Gauri Dasi.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes? Can someone get the microphone from her? And
if you remember, Harikesh Prabhu wrote a book which is called The Nectar of Book Distribution. And at the back side of the book, there is one Gauri Dasi who suddenly became empowered to distribute Bhagavad Gitas. And she said, these people are so away from Krishna consciousness that there is no hope for them, but it's the desire of the devotee who allow them to become somehow or other in contact, in relation with Krishna and his books.
nice.
Is this the same Gauri?
Yes, same Gauri.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Yes, same one. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. When you read that letter of Srila Prabhupada to Mother Gauri, I also came across with that letter a few years after I joined. And what impressed me was that actually what happens is that when we join Krishna consciousness, sometimes we have the idea of what we would like to do. I'm good at this. And she was an artist. So it's expected that, okay, she's going to do this as an artist. But actually, when Prabhupada says, yeah, that's nice, but I want you to distribute my books. So she surrendered to that order. And by following that order, she became successful, that so much so that she ended up in Vrindavan. So one time, I was at the airport with distributing books. I got the fortune to be next to her, and it was amazing. Amazing. She will stop people that, I mean, like, I will never be able to stop. You know, big businessmen, all kinds of variety of people. And the younger, she would say, hey, son, hey, son, hey, son. So, because it's a mother. Yeah. And they will immediately come to her attention. But she saw something that, from a new devotee, you know, I was kind of bewildered, confused. And she came and said to me, you know, these people are one step to who knows where they're going to end up, which hellish planets they might be. And we are here to create a fortune for these people. So I did appreciate that because I was very confused. I need some strength. So she thought this person, this devotee is weak and maybe confused. So from that time on, I pick it up and start following that instruction. Also, something very interesting when you were mentioning about the tables. One time she came to me and she said, you know, I'm creating a new way to actually attract people. And she had a BBT signs. She said, I want you to have this. And whenever you do tables, you just add it to the table. And I said, yeah, okay. But at that time, I was not ready for the tables. I didn't know how to do a table. So I'm sure that by now she will be very happy and proud to see that most of the devotees, we all have tables in colleges and universities, everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
And her book distribution was not just limited to one place. She did the airport. She will do the parking lots, the motor vehicles where people get driver license. She will take the Sankirtan Matajis traveling. Yeah. She was a general.
Yeah.
She was a soldier, like really committed to the mission.
Yeah.
So she, by being close to her, I would have to, you know, admit that kind of intimidation a little bit, because she will not tolerate any nonsense. You know, like you gotta watch what you say or what you think, because she immediately will correct you and put you right in the right track. So, Mother Gauri Mataji Ki
Jai. Anybody else like to say something? Jagat Janani?
Thank you very much. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Mother Gauri. I had an experience with Mother Gauri that I will always relish. I was sent from the Denver airport to the LA airport, which was a very, very big challenge for me. And I was in the airport, I think we were in International, and Gauri was there with me. And somehow she could tell I was having some issues. So she sat me down right there at the lockers, all kinds of things going on. And she sat there with me for 2 hours and just listened to me and talked with me. And totally, my mind was so peaceful after that experience. I was so grateful, and I always remember that.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, I'll read something. If somebody would like to say something after I read, please feel free to do so. Okay, this is when Gauri passed away on June 5th, 1986. Gauri Devi Dasi passed from her body in the Holy Land of Vrindavan, India. For 17 years, she had been devotedly serving her spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, within the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Gauri was a sincere and dedicated preacher, giving herself fully to Srila Prabhupada's mission and working tirelessly to distribute his books. Even as she became very ill with cancer in late 1984, she never lost her vigorous determination to give Krishna consciousness to others. In 1974, Srila Prabhupada heard how the devotees were distributing his books in increasing numbers. The book distribution is called Sankirtan, a direct means of glorifying the Supreme Lord Krishna. Lord Chaitanya specifically cited Sankirtan as the best process for self-realization in this age. For devotees in ISKCON, a favorite form of Sankirtan is the distribution of Srila Prabhupada's books, as the words of the pure devotee reveal the true meaning of the scripture and awaken our natural devotion for Krishna. Srila Prabhupada was very pleased to hear how his disciples were sincerely selling his books. Your Sankirtan reports are very encouraging, especially that one girl, Gauri Dasi, who has set an all ISKCON women's record of 108 big books. This is very wonderful. Formerly, this would not have been possible, but by Krishna's grace, everything is becoming possible. Encourage them all to increase more and more. This book distribution is the essence of our mission. That was Srila Prabhupada. To determinedly face the opposition of a godless society and to continue the exalted service of distributing confidential knowledge of devotional service requires much conviction and realization. The depth of Gauri's absorption in the will of her spiritual master was exhibited most clearly, however, in the way she confronted the tremendous pain of disease and death. Rather than lament her fate or bitterly blame God, she drew upon the knowledge and example given by Srila Prabhupada and faced death fearlessly, maintaining her serene philosophical vision until the end. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna assures us that one who remembers him at the end of life returns to the spiritual world after quitting this body. Despite the agonizing pain of the body and the emotional trauma of leaving the world, we hold so dear the devotee who remains fixed in concentration about the lotus feet of Lord achieves the highest perfection of returning to the spiritual world. How Gauri drew closer and closer to Krishna in the final stage of her life is wonderful evidence of the efficacy of the process of devotional service. Gauri Dasi ki jai. Anyone, anything else? Okay, so the next portion is everything we've been waiting for. It's a nice feast. So I think they're ready. So if we can just kind of line up like we usually do, we're going to take the prasadam here in the temple room. So once again, Gauri Dasi ki jai, Shishi Radha Govinda ki jai, Gaur Premananda Haribo. So we can just set 2 rows facing each other. 2 rows facing each other. Yeah, maybe something there. Hare Krishna. Whoa. Sorry, ek minute. Okay, go ahead, I lost it.
You found it? Maybe you can ask like how much the prayer is.
Okay, Hare Krishna, I'm back. So I just wanted to announce the devotees that worked very hard to make this feast for Radha Govinda for Gauri's disappearance day. So it was Her Grace Tadit Dasi, Ramapati Madhav Prabhu. We can wait till the end. Sachi Dulal Prabhu, Gauranga Chandra Prabhu, Chirta Shaki Mataji, Krishna Namacharya Prabhu, Premalata Mataji, Madhavi Rani Mataji, Shamchandra Prabhu, Srimati Lalata Mataji, or Lalita, I'm not sure, okay. And Dipti Mataji, huh? And Vindavali Mataji. And then we had Damodar Prabhu, Mathuranath Prabhu, Srivas Prabhu, and Majula Mataji, Amoga, Kushi, Shreyas, Sureshwar, Srinivas Prabhu, Shulakshana, Gopi Mataji, Chaturaka Mataji, Chandrakanti, and Braj Gopi. These are the devotees that worked very hard for hours, probably a good 7-8 hours of just cooking and getting it together. So let's give them a big Hari Bol. And they also have a very unique way of serving out. Everything will be coming to you very quickly. It won't take very long. So please be patient.
Sarira Vejaja Jatandriyata Heka Jive Pire Vishya Sagare Taramaje Jivayati Lobhamai Sadurmati Take Jai Takatina Sangsare Krishna Baradaya Mai Karibara Jiva Joy Saprasarana Dilo Bhai Senamrita Bhav Radha Krishna Gunagao Premida Ko Chaitanyanitai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada ki jai Sri Radha Govinda ji ki jai Gaura Premanande.
हरि नमे उद्धारिल तार सखी जगैयन धाई पापी तपी जत छिल हरि नमे उद्धारिल तार सखी जगैन माधई तार सखी जगैन माधई हरि हरि विफले जन्म गोवैन हरि हरि विफले जन्म गोवैन मनुष्य जानम पाइया राधा कृष्ण भजिया मनुष्य जानम पाइया राधा कृष्ण भजिया जानिया सुनिया बेच खाइना আমি জানিয়া শুনিয়া বেশ খাই না আমি জেনে শুনে বিষ খেয়েছি আমি জেনে শুনে বিষ খেয়েছি हरि हरि विफले जन्म गोवैन आहा प्रभु नंद सुत वृषभान सुत जुत आहा प्रभु नंद सुत वृषभान सुत जुत करुणा कर रहे आहा प्रभु नंद सुत वृषभान सुत जुत करुणा कर नरोत्तम दास कहे न ठेलिया रांगा पाए तुमी बिना के याचे माए नरोत्तम दास कहे न ठेलिया रांगा पाए तुमी बिना के याचे माए हरि हरि विफले जन्म गोवैन हरि हरि विफले जन्म गोवैन मनुष्य जनम पाइया राधा कृष्ण भजिया मनुष्य जनम पाइया Radha Krishna Nam Bhajiya Ami Jani Asoniya Biso Khaina Jani Asoniya Biso Khaina Nijene Sune Bitenge Ami Jene Sune Bitenge Hari Hari Bi Pande Janam Go Aina Hari Hari Bi He Janam Go Aina Manusia Janama Paya Radha Krishna Bhajiya Manusia Janama Paya Radha Krishna Bhajiya Jani Asoniya Khaina Jani Asoniya Biso Khaina Hari Hari Bifale Janam Gaina पतिता प्रभु न पाइबे यार मोसाम पतिता प्रभु न पाइबे यार प्रभु न पाइबे यार पतिता प्रभु न पाइबे आहा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद चूती आहा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद चूती कृपया बालकना आहा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद आहा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद कृपया Chaitanya पदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवम् स्वाद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादां सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं च नमो विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धान्ता सरस्वती श्रीवासभानवी देवी गहिताय पीपाभनि कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञानम दायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्य उज्जना प्रमाढ्य श्री रूपानुग भक्तिदा श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाजुनस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगविरुद्धाप सिद्धान्त धन्त हारिणी नमो गौरकृष्णाय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विठ्ठलं नरसाम्बोधे पादाम्भोजाय ते नमः नमो भक्ति विनदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानंद मरायते गौरयाविर्भावभूमिस्थं निद्यष्ट्या सज्जना प्रिया वैष्णवा सार्वभौमसी भक्त्यावतारं भक्त्याख्यं सप्तशक्तिरूपकम् हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते जयता